Sunday, we set the clocks back and end daylight saving time. Yay for an extra hour of sleep, right? However, for parents of babies and young kids, it is a dreaded time change. Here to help all families adjust is certified sleep consultant Sara Cuthbert with Rested Kids. Thank you so much for coming in.
You're welcome. So glad to be here.
I remember these days, and the time change is so hard. And you're like, what do I do with these, wake windows and nap periods and all the things? Why is this time change harder than the other one?
Corey, the falling back is always harder because it means the sun's going to be coming up a little earlier, and that means early morning wakings.
Oh, and sometimes they already wake up so early.
Yeah.
So that really throws a wrench in things. So you're saying that there's two ways to manage this transition. Talk about those two ways.
Yeah, so if you're able to prepare ahead of time, which is so great that we're talking about it today, because then we have the week coming up to get ready. Starting on Wednesday, we start sort of inching forward and preparing the body to get used to that change, about 15 minutes each night. So if your child goes to bed at around 7, you would then have them go to bed at 7:15 on Wednesday, move forward 15 minutes for the 4 nights leading up to it, and then by the time we fall back an hour, you're all set so your body is a little bit adjusted. The second way is you can wait until the time change happens Sunday morning, grab a cup of coffee, relax, don't schedule a busy day because it's going to be a little bit wonky, and move forward or move backwards to about 6:30. So kind of you're splitting the difference on the new time, which in the body is half an hour later, until you then can kind of adjust yourselves backwards. And I actually have all this information on my website if it's too confusing to take in at this moment.
It is a lot. And you can take a picture at home of that screen as well. That might help you out. We'll pull them up again so you can do that, because it is a lot of information. It's hard to figure out. It's hard to navigate.
Yeah.
So what about for kids who nap but are not on a set nap schedule?
Yeah, so that's a great question. Because a lot of kids aren't on a really typical wake up, go to sleep, set bedtimes. Our kids that are on wake windows, so this is usually your kids who are on 1 nap or less, or more, you're gonna just stick with your wake windows. So we're really not gonna change much. If you have a child that's up for about 3 hours between periods of sleep, we're gonna keep it at 3 hours. You're just gonna know that any change that happens in the body, especially on our little ones, takes some time to, coordinate and to adjust.
What happens if you're already struggling with kids who are just getting up way too early?
Yeah, trust me, I see this in my practice every day. It's a big thing that we work on. I would say that the biggest thing to look at is light. That's the first thing. So if we're looking at, light coming in on the sides of the curtains, even if you have blackout shades, sometimes that light's sneaking in. Sleep is really fragile at that early time of day, and it's very easy to feel like, or to have it be interrupted. So you want to make sure that there isn't a little light sneaking in to kind of wake you up. We also want to look at amounts of daytime sleep and making sure that they're getting appropriate amounts for their age, not too much, not too little, because we're always talking about sleep pressure. Every time I come here, we're talking about that. Like when we wake up in the morning, we start to build this pressure, and it's always a fine balance between overtired, undertired.
Yeah. As we talk about how people can get some extra help, and I want you to talk about where people can get more information on your website, I do want to put up those full screens again, because if any parent's sitting at home and they're like, wait, I didn't get a picture of that because I know it's so tough. Here are the two options. Again, as you said, one is something that you can prepare for ahead of time, starting this Wednesday by 15-minute increments. That's the screen that you're seeing right now. And then there's a second one that we're going to pull up. That's for those that want to do nothing ahead of time, wait for Sunday to come around, and then you start to make the change. I think the big takeaway here is breathe.
Yeah.
You're going to get through it. Everyone's going to adjust. It might take a little bit of time. And where can people go for more information if they're just saying, I'm exhausted, it's not working?
Yes, thank you. So my business is called Rested Kids, and that's my website, restedkids.com. I offer a free 20-minute call if people just want to talk about their situation. I work with a lot of children from birth until age 14 but it ends up that I work with a lot more kids in that 3 to 7 range at this point, because a lot of families have their kids sleeping in bed with them and they no longer want that, or a full range of things that we see. So that's a great way to contact me.
She's the best of the best, let me tell you. Sara helped us out when we had our littles and we were just not sleeping, and on this schedule it is so crazy tough. And so
I don't know how you do it.
She knows what she's doing. So if you are at home and you're like, I can't do this no sleep thing anymore, check her website out. Sara, as always,
so much.
thank you so much for coming.
I appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Chris?